live chat. We'll be on here for the next hour to talk to you guys, answer any of your snowboard questions, and just catch up on snowboarding in general. I hope everyone's having a good start to their season. I know it's still pretty early. A lot of places have opened. I know that some places are still waiting for a bit more snow, and I know you guys are having some of your opening days coming up soon. But yeah, it's been a pretty good start in general, and yeah, lots to talk about. Thought we could also talk about early season goals, because I know that every snowboard season it's good to have like a few different goals in mind. If it's snowboard tricks, riding goals, progression, maybe even a trip that you want to get done this season. So lots of different goals for early season. Also, what everyone has for their gear setup and how that is going. If you guys have any questions about setting up your snowboard gear, I know that when you get a new board, there's kind of a few things to do to get it set up properly. So if you guys have any questions about board setup, hit me up as well. I see that we got some people heading into the chat right now, so let's go talk to everyone, see how you guys are doing. We got Keith in the chat, says, what's up? Did 53 miles according to my GPS of riding today at Crested Butte. Awesome, man. Those must be some long runs. That's incredible. Yeah, what do you think? What do you think each run? How long is each run? You must have done at least like 20 runs or more if you're getting 53 miles done. That's awesome, man. Yeah, what's the conditions like at Crested Butte? How's that coming along? I know on some of the other YouTubers, it looks a little bit dry out there in Colorado, but give us an update. We got Spider-Man 8533 in the chat. What's up? Thanks for hanging out. We got Day Job Shredder. What's up, man? Always in the chat. Spider-Man 8533 says, what do you think of the BOA lacing system? I know a lot of people really like the BOAs. I've tried them a few times and they haven't worked out for me. One thing, I feel like for me with riding with BOAs is what happens is I end up getting a lot of space, kind of opens up at the top of the boot, and my ankle kind of ends up just having too much room at the top of the boot for my ankle. Like for some reason it doesn't stay tight at the top. So that's happened with a few boots I've had in the past with BOAs. I've probably had 3 pairs of boots with the BOA system, and the same thing always happens. And then I keep like tightening the boot like with the BOA, and I think because it's not traditional laces, the BOA tightens in places for me that doesn't feel natural. Like it kind of tightens more towards the bottom of my ankle and not at the top like of my shin where I want it to be. So I find that kind of annoying with the BOAs. So for me, I prefer the traditional laces. I don't mind taking the 30 seconds to a minute in the morning to just like tie them up manually. But I know for some people it's hard to get that tight fit with traditional. So for me, I prefer traditional laces. My boots are the Vans High Standard Pros. They're actually linked in the description if you want to check them out. But yeah, I feel like those ones for me, I can just get them much more tighter with the traditional laces. And it's like a more comfortable ride. But yeah, I know a lot of people love BOAs too. So it's a bit of personal preference as well. Fixer Always Up says, what happened to the Rome Hammerhead? Why don't they remake that board? I don't know. That's a good question. Very specific question. I'm not sure why they don't make that board anymore. I feel like every brand, they kind of go through cycles with boards and models. Some boards that you think are amazing they don't bring back for whatever reason, and other boards they do. So it's kind of like, I guess it's partly for marketing, partly for what's the demand, how well did that board sell. So it always changes up a little bit. Day Job Shredder says Eldora was side hit heaven this week, and I've gone from hesitation to sending it off those side hits. Awesome day drop shredder. That's good to hear, man. What was the thing that kind of made it click for you and side hits? Take us through your process. Yeah, it'd be great to hear from you, man. I know that you're on the. Are you writing the forum board on those side hits as well? Yeah, give us like an update on everything that helps you with your side hit progression. Uh, Warberhan 2901 says, "Love from Gulmarg. Didn't get a chance to meet. Yo, awesome watching all the way from Gulmarg, India, or Kashmir, Gulmarg, Kashmir. Awesome. Thanks for hanging out in the chat. Yeah, sorry we didn't get to meet. Next time I visit. Yeah, love Gulmarg. It's a bit of a far distance to travel, but what a special place. I hope you guys are, hope everything is shaping up to be a good season for you there. Keith VW17 says, I like the boa on the Burton Moto, where it's the individual boa on the shin and foot rather than the twist non. Yeah, it's always good to have two boas. Is that what you're talking about? Like, I think that's what you're talking about. But yeah, two boas is better than one for sure. But yeah, I feel like whatever is your preference and whatever works well for you is what's most important. Waka Floppa says, yo, got some old Van boots that are a size 9.5, which are my size. But after riding, my right foot, especially my fourth toe, feels crushed. Oh no. Should I go for a different boot or size up? Yeah, if it's feeling crushed, then you might have to go for something different. So either they could be too small, or it could just be the shape of the boot in general that doesn't quite fit your toes. My fourth toe. So yeah, a lot of people have that too, right? Where your toe beside your big toe is actually bigger. I'm guessing that's what's going on, which is different for each person. So you may have to like, so sometimes for me, I get a little bit of big toe pressure in a new pair of boots, but it's not so much that I would describe it as crushed. It's more just like a bit of pressure. So if you're feeling crushed, then you may have to get a bigger size. A bigger size or a pair of boots that are just kind of like a different shape. So that's why it's important, in the store, hang out with the boots on, make sure that, yeah, nothing's getting crushed and that you have some pressure, but some decent comfort too. Luke Hayes, Merry Christmas to you all and the family. Kev, are you home yet? No, I get back to Whistler on Christmas Day on the 25th. And yeah, Luke, I'll see you out there, man. I'm excited. I'm excited that you're coming to visit in Whistler. I need to get onto messaging you on Instagram. But yeah, gonna catch some days with you. Yeah, hope you're getting all set for your trip to Whistler. And hope you have some good time off from work. You deserve it. You deserve it, man. All those Saturdays you work. Hope the planning's going well, and hopefully see you in Whistler soon, man. WCW says, how do you notice a difference in wearing a full bib or regular snow pants? For sure, yeah, there's a big difference. So I mostly started off just wearing the regular snow pants, and it feels normal. So that was kind of what was normal to me. And then when I tried the bibs, the first thing I noticed was that with bibs on, you have a lot of your waist just feels kind of loose and free. So it is a nice feeling wearing bibs. The little bit of a trade-off is you can kind of because the bibs now are on your shoulders, you might have a little bit of weight, slight bit of weight on your shoulders from the suspenders over your shoulders there, especially if you're carrying a lot in your pockets. So that's one kind of trade-off. But they are going to keep you more dry, especially in deep powder. If you're riding through some deep powder snow, the bibs are going to do super well of keeping the snow out. So that's another benefit. So a few trade-offs. For me, like my general preference now is just the traditional pants because I prefer the feeling of having like a belt and just the weight of the pants around my waist, just to kind of keep my shoulders a bit more free. But yeah, so trade-offs either way. And then with the traditional snow pants, you definitely either want to wear the powder skirt or connect your jacket to the pants to make sure to keep all the snow out. So some trade-offs, but kind of benefits to each one. JS Midi Fit says, Shredder from New Hampshire, been watching your vids since I was a kid. I can't thank you enough for the vids. They have helped me progress in my boarding. Oh, that's amazing. Amazing to hear. Thanks for watching all the way since you were a kid. How old are you now? Yeah, you must it'd be curious to know how long you've been watching for and what's your home resort in New Hampshire? Judge Mavi, does rotating high back make a lot of difference? It can make some difference. To be honest, like when I've rotated my high backs to be lined up with my heel edge, I've never like really felt a big difference. To be honest, it's not something that's like really I noticed a ton. So maybe give it a try for you, see how you like it, see how it feels. But for me personally, like I think it may have made some difference, but not enough that it actually like stands out in my mind. Day job shredder. I got back on the Capita DOA. The flex on the DOA is nice, but personally, I'm probably making the forum my new permanent setup. Okay, awesome, man. Yeah, the flex on the DOA is pretty nice. Yeah, how does it compare to the forum? What's the difference between the DOA and the forum? Is the forum more aggressive or yeah, what do you think? Hudson MX, hey, I love your content. I have a question. Last year was my first year and I go boarding 2 to 3 times a week. My goal for this year is a 360 and a method. Do you think this is tangible? For sure. Yeah, definitely. Especially if you go 2 or 3 times a week. For the 360, just like, work on it, like progress with it, just each step of the way. So, start with front side and backside 180s. And even before that, just start with like, doing side hits, getting some grabs on side hits, doing 180s just on the sides of the runs. So like up a bank, on some like kind of natural ledge features, just like something that'll just give you like a foot of air, and just keep progressing with the 180s and like grabs on the side until you feel comfortable on like a small jump, and just take them to like the smallest jump. And again, start with grabs, doing lots of different grabs on the jump, maybe some shifties, front side and backside shifties, and then get into the 180s and progress up to 360. But yeah, the most important thing is you're just learning it one step at a time, build that solid foundation. But yeah, 2 or 3 times a week is a ton of riding, especially if you're going out with like intention. So you're having goals and working towards them, you can definitely get there. Filler Bass says, Merry Christmas. Yeah, Merry Christmas. Is that Robert Fowler on there with just a different screen name? Hey, we got NGen in the chat. What's up, NGen? Hope you're doing well, man. How's the season in Europe going? How's that kicking off? You ever been to Kicking Horse, Kevin? Any good? Yeah, Kicking Horse is, I have been there. I've ridden there 2 days. It's in a place called Golden, BC, which is a little bit hard to get to, but if you fly into like Calgary, I think it's maybe like a 4-hour drive from Calgary there, maybe 3 hours. And yeah, Kicking Horse it's a very like unique spot because you got like one gondola that takes you to the top of the mountain, and then I think there's just one chair. So not a ton of chairlifts or gondolas, so pretty limited in that respect. But once you're up there, there's like lots of terrain and lots of, I think, like short hikes to some like difficult terrain and like steep stuff. And think if the snow's good and you know where to go, I think you can get some of like the best riding. So yeah, kicking horse. I'm not totally familiar with it, but I know that there is some legendary lines up there, some difficult lines. But the key is like, yeah, arriving when the snow's good. Day Job Shredder says, my side hit progression started slow on the side hits, rolling over small hits and increasing the speed slowly as I get comfortable rolling over the hits. Yeah, perfect. That's the way to do it. Yeah, just start off slow. Like you said, just kind of going over them to start. And then as you're feeling more comfortable with like the angles and the changing pressure, you can start to go a little bit faster and kind of create some air that way. J-Drop Shredder, improving my stacked body position is helping a lot with my carving and side hip progression. Awesome, man. Yeah, stacked body position is so important. Having everything bent a little bit, knees, hips, ankles, even your back slightly. But then, keeping everything stacked on top of each other for balance, hands over top of your board, shoulders square to your snowboard, all that kind of stuff helps. Keith VW17, how much time should I commit to getting good at switch? I can ride switch, but it's very clunky, and I just get bored and go back to regular. Should I just take a day on the mellows to get good at it? Switch is super important. I think that the most important thing with switch is that you're doing it like every time you go ride. So, for myself, I know I don't quite do it, but I try to spend half of my day riding switch. So it doesn't have to be boring. It can be just like a challenge that, you're kind of always putting yourself through, where anytime you get to like a more easy part of the run, you just do it switch. And then eventually you start riding other parts of the mountain switch, like, black diamonds, double black diamonds, maybe through some powder, through some uneven terrain. So yeah, it's good to try to ride switch like half the day, or just challenge yourself at certain times and figure out ways to like make it not boring. But yeah, it's a super valuable thing, especially if you want to do anything in freestyle. Bad Riders, Kevin, back in Whistler yet? I'm back in Whistler on Christmas Day, so a few more days. Day Job Shredder says, Form is a more aggressive setup. It's a 7 stiff versus the DOA mid stiff. Forum calls it the one board to rule them all, and I agree. Oh, wow. Okay, very cool. That's awesome to hear. JS Midi Fit says 23 now. Gunstock is currently my home resort. Been watching for a long time. Awesome. Well, if you're 23 now and you're saying you've been watching since you're a kid, that must have been a while. But yeah, appreciate you checking out the videos all this time. That's amazing. Nathan, any trusted knee braces out there? Oh man, I don't know too much about knee braces. I know that some people wear those or my girlfriend wears those Stoko tight kind of pants that give you support. But I don't know if that's for all kind of knee injuries or what it's kind of specifically for. But yeah, the Stoko, I think they're called Stoko pants. They're kind of like a very tight compression pant that gives you support too. But yeah, you might need to talk to somebody who's more knowledgeable in the knee brace area. NGen says, fine here, but we need more snow and lower temps. Oh, wow. Yeah, for sure. Those are the keys right there. And it kind of comes and goes. I'm sure that, I'm sure it's going to come for you guys soon. Day Job Shutter, the Forum Recon is taking my carving and confidence to new heights with its centered base and traditional camber, grips and rips. Awesome. I also feel confident on my landings and freestyle game. Very cool. That's awesome when you find a board that really clicks for you. Bean says, I went snowboarding today and met someone around my age who was new to snowboarding and had his own board and stuff. He has a twin directional, so it should last a while, but I taught him how to turn. Oh, that's awesome. Kind of good deed right there. That's really cool. He understands it pretty well for his first time. Nice. It's always rewarding to meet someone and give them some pointers and teach them. So that's great to hear. Yeah, Bean continues. We was going on a J bar to practice my turning on the bunny hill, and I heard someone behind me say, I looked scary, lol. So I helped him the rest of the time. Nice. Okay, cool. Good deed. Good deed for the day. It's always very rewarding to help somebody get their turns down. Jeremy wants to know, do you prefer Sunshine Village or Lake Louise? Just for like a regular day of riding, I prefer Lake Louise. I think the terrain is just a bit more consistent. There's more chairs, I feel like, to ride to, like in different areas. I think the views are a little bit better. And just the overall vibe, I find that I prefer Lake Louise. Sunshine is cool too. But yeah, Lake Louise for me is just a bit more of a enjoyable mountain because of how you can kind of like get around. I feel like you're just getting around the mountain a little bit better. And the style of runs at Lake Louise I prefer. Football Shirt Unboxer says, yo, I'm going to Val Thorens for Christmas. First time snowboarding. Any advice? Awesome. Yeah, if you can get a lesson. That's kind of like a good place to start. If a lesson isn't in your budget, you can also check out the beginner snowboard playlist here on the channel. It's kind of lots of videos to take you through your first day. But make sure you get all the safety gear when you're going up the mountain. So helmet, you can also wear impact shorts and wrist guards. Those are really important as a beginner. And just have fun. Make sure that as you're, progressing with each step, you're just like enjoying it and kind of like not trying to rush things too much, and you're gaining the skills along the way, but you're doing it in like an enjoyable and not struggling too much. Because if you try to learn like everything really fast, it can be a tough struggle. But just make sure that you're enjoying it, and yeah, give yourself like a couple days to kind of like get the hang of everything. Day one, you're probably going to learn a few skills. Day two, you'll learn a few more skills, and kind of depends on how fast you're learning. But maybe by day 2 or day 3, you'll start to get your turns going. So yeah, just the most important thing is that you're staying safe and you're enjoying it. Hey, Napa's in the chat from Thai Winter Sports. What's up, man? How's it going? Napa, how's your early season been? What have you been up to? What's the California plan, or what's the winter plan for you this season? Bean says, "Oh, Nathan, if you're still there, what do you need knee guards for? And you shouldn't need them for snowboarding or skiing." Yeah, I mean, I think sometimes if you have like some small injury, then you can wear like a knee brace. And sometimes too, like if you're spending a lot of times on your knees in the snow, like knee pads can help too. I know some people that wear knee pads snowboarding just to give their knees like some cushion if they do go down for a fall or are kneeling in the snow. Angel G1294, what's up, Kevin? Got to ride with you in North Star the last 2 seasons. Any plans of coming back? Man, at the moment, no plans to go back to North Star right now, but I do love that place. So much fun. Remind me of what we did, uh, what kind of runs we did, and the days, so that I can remember who you are exactly. I think I do know. I think I'm remembering who you are, but maybe give me a reminder about something that we talked about. Egg X2236. Will you be going to Japan this season? If yes, hope to see you in Kagura. Oh, awesome. No plans for Japan this season, but I will definitely be going back at some point because, yeah, that place is incredible. Yeah, I want to spend a couple weeks back in Japan, just, yeah, riding the deep powder and exploring new areas. What's Kagura like, and where is Kagura? Give us more information on Kagura. Oh, Thai Winter Sports also wears the Stoko. Oh no, 1969. Sophine says conditions suck in Mammoth this year. Sorry to hear that. I mean, it's still early. Lots of time for it to all turn around. I hope you guys get some snow soon. Yeah, I've been seeing that kind of like Tahoe also is having a rough early season. Thai Winter Sports is saying Mammoth is getting 70 plus inches. Dang. And EGX2236 with the super chat. Awesome. Thank you for the support. Says, hi, I have learned everything from Snowboard Pro Camp from my first class. It's been incredible. Thanks for the advice and the tips and tricks. Hope to see you one day on the Japan slopes. Amazing. I appreciate the super chat. Thanks for the support. And yeah, really stoked that, yeah, the videos have helped. That's amazing. Well, when I go to Japan, I'll definitely do my best to try and do some laps with you. That'd be amazing. Thai Winter Sports, yeah, saying that Mammoth this coming week is getting a lot of snow. That's good to hear. Are you going to be there for the powder? DClem2744 is the women's Burton Feel Good Camber, good all mountain, and also park board. Yeah, I've heard that it's good. It's good all mountain, good for park. A little bit of, I would say, high intermediate to advanced board. So it is on, it's a little bit of an advanced board because of that full camber. If you're kind of more beginner intermediate, then I would maybe go for something with more rocker. But yeah, if you're in that more advanced area, then the camber will help you there. Evelyn says, stopped in to say hello. Hey, Evelyn, thank you for stopping in. Bean says, oh, and I had a helmet, but I didn't like the strap on my jaw when I talked, so I took it off for the rest of the day. I think it's a good idea to keep the strap on because, I mean, if you fall, what can happen is your helmet will just fly off. Likely is going to come off. So it's good to keep that helmet strap. Maybe if you can just get it comfortable, then that will be better. Just adjust it with like the length. Thai Winter Sports says, California sucks at the moment. Haha, but 23 to 27 December, we getting snow coming. Awesome. Bad Riders, hey Kev, should have take Napa to Melbourne Snow Center when he is in Melbourne next month. Oh, Napa is going to Melbourne? Oh, cool. Yeah, you guys should definitely meet up. Yeah, meet up and go to the Snow Center. Yeah, what an awesome spot. What's Napa doing in Melbourne? What are you doing down there? All right, Luke. We'll catch you later, man. Yeah, Merry Christmas, and we will see you in Whistler. Day Job Shredder. I started wearing Impact shorts last year, and I love them. Nice. You guys are planning like a meetup in Melbourne. Very cool. Oh, Angel, yeah, we hit the park laps the day your filmer dropped his sandwich while riding. Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember. Awesome. Yeah, that was a fun day. That was super cool. Um, are you the are you the one that has the business driving the truck, or are you someone else? Remind me, please. Timothy, didn't watch you last couple of seasons, but saw you're living in Tahoe. What caused you to make that move, and what caused you to move back to Whistler? So after what year was it? So the COVID season, like 2020, 2021, that was like full time Whistler. And that was like my best season in Whistler. So much powder, so much snow. But there are also a ton of people and tons of lines. So I was kind of like getting line fatigue. And so that's when first, yeah, that was like the season I went down to Tahoe. And like, I mean, there's so many amazing places in North America. And yeah, Lake Tahoe is just like kind of on the top of the list to try out. So spent a season there and it was really incredible. That was like a season two where I think they had like a record snowfall. So like it was the second snowiest season at Lake Tahoe. So it was incredible. Got to ride there a bunch. And then the season after was mostly in Utah, and then the season after that as well. And amongst that, I say I was like living in these places, but it was still just like moving around a lot, like Airbnbs and traveling, just wanting to like explore and try as many resorts as possible. And yeah, it was just like 3 seasons of traveling, and yeah, after a while, you kind of get travel fatigue too. So I was a bit over staying in Airbnbs and hotels, and wanted to get a permanent place again. So that's why this year back in Whistler, permanent place, and yeah, just life has become much easier again. And also after traveling and trying out all these different resorts, finding out that Whistler Blackcomb is really like the best mountain, like in terms of like the size, the park, the snow, the trees, alpine, everything about Whistler Blackcomb kind of sets it apart. So as much as I love traveling and going to new places, it's not as fun going to places that are, still like amazing, but making me still at the same time miss Whistler a little bit. So yeah, it's good to be back, and so far it's been great. I've had a few really fun days riding with Andreas, and the trees and everything. Brought my girlfriend Tessa out there too, and she hasn't had like the proper like experience yet of like having the mountain fully open, but once she has, I think she'll love it too. But yeah, so that's why I kind of was gone for a bit, but back now. Nikurin says Colorado is tough as well. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, it's a little bit dry out there. Bullish Harvey says, I live in Cali. I'm going to start snowboarding again. Awesome. What would be your home resort? Bailey Cole Ledford says, so excited to hit the slopes. Hopefully next week. Just got a new Burton board and Union bindings. Awesome. What a combo. For the helmet strap problem, buy a soft sponge and make a hole in it so you can put the entire strap in. That helps. Did this for my daughter who hates the straps. Oh, that's a good little tip. Kind of like feed a sponge through. Okay, interesting. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, Angel, yeah, I helped run my family's mechanic shop in Reno. Okay, I remember now. Yep, I totally remember. And we were talking about EDM concerts, right? I think you went to a electronic concert in Vegas, maybe, or somewhere. Yeah, I totally remember. Awesome, man. Hope you're getting some. I know that Lake Tahoe is kind of having a slow start, but I hope you're gonna have a good season. And yeah, I completely remember. Yeah, you and your crew. I think we were hiking like Yeah, we were just in that like kind of more easy terrain park area. Cool, man. Thank you for hopping into the chat. And yeah, North Star is super fun. Day Drop Shredder. Kevin, what is your mic setup when you do POV clips when you ride? I have like one of those like Rode mics. I think it's called the Rode, like Rode Go something, Rode Go 2, something like that. Just a little like external mic, and it just, as soon as I turn it on, it starts recording, and then I sync up the audio in the editor. One sec thing. Let me just check something out. Mitch wants to know, will I be doing any split boarding with Chris this year? Yeah, I hope so. We'll see. I haven't done much split boarding in a while, but would love to check it out. Okay. All right, let's get back into the chat. Oh, dang, I just noticed that the super chat was for $100. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. EggX2236. Very generous. Thank you. Dang. Very nice. Well, that will buy me a lot of lunches on the mountain. So thank you so much. Huge taco fund donation right there. Thank you. Yeah, and just a reminder too, if you guys haven't yet, subscribe here to Snowboard Pro Camp. Gonna have a ton of videos coming out this season, and yeah, lots and lots of content. So yeah, I appreciate all of you guys kind of coming in and hanging out. Did the stream die? Let me know. Let me know, everyone. Can you guys, am I still going live? How is the stream? Somebody give me like a thumbs up or, oh, you were back, but it froze for a second. Okay. Okay, good. All right, let's get back into the questions. Let's get back into this. Chris Schnabel says hi. What's up, man? Mujtaba 540. What's up? Thank you for saying hi. Chris, you still in the Orca? LibTech for life. Who's your favorite snowboarder pro? Yeah, still riding the Orca at the moment. Yeah, love those LibTech boards. Some really great ones. Orca's been my favorite the last few years. Who's my favorite pro? I mean, when I was like, I don't really follow pro snowboarding that much anymore, but when I did, and when I was watching a lot of snowboard movies, one of my favorite riders was Eero Atala. Just such an awesome rider, like tons of style, pushing the envelope like back in the day on the riding. Also like the park rider Jeremy Jones. He was just crushing it with all of his like parts. And then of course like the big mountain rider too, Jeremy Jones, with like big mountain lines and all that kind of stuff. So I mean, lots of people that like really were inspirational with me and snowboarding. At the moment, there is a kid named Patrick. I forget his last name at the moment, but he was in like the knuckle huck contest at X Games and does like the flying squirrel thing where he kind of does a belly flop on the knuckle and then flies up. Really incredible trick. And a few years ago, I actually just like asked him, like I randomly was talking to him on a T-bar, didn't know who he was, and we filmed like a part for the channel. And just, yeah, love his riding style. But I recently saw that he broke his leg, so he's going to be out for the season. But he's somebody that just has so much style, and love watching him ride. So yeah, I mean, probably him at the moment, and then lots of guys from the past as well. Mujtaba 540, can you help me buy my first snowboard? Sure. What are you after? Check out some of the videos on the gear list playlist. Lots for, buying a beginner board, something that's inexpensive, a little bit on the softer side, twin with some reverse camber. If you get those qualities, cheap is the most important for your first board. And then also make sure that you're getting the right size. So snowboards will go by your weight. So just check the sizing chart, line up the size with your weight, and you'll be good. Bad riders. Kev, what's the chance of you getting on the Mercury this season? Good. Yeah. Okay. I'll make a point of it. There's a few board shops in town that I could potentially get some demos from. So I'll get some demos and, yeah, get on the Mercury for you. Bad Riders saying, there's still pro snowboarders? Question mark. I only see video parts. Oh, I only see video parts these days. I mean, I guess that's like a loose term because it is difficult to be a pro snowboarder. I mean, who's actually doing it full time? I mean, I'm sure there's still some people. There's still a handful of guys, I'm sure, with a full time, with contracts, earning money. I'm sure there's still some people out there. Jen Shreds in the chat. Hey, Jen, what's it like riding with Shannon Dunn and Blaze? Yeah, super fun. They're, very cool, very fun. With both of them, I noticed that they have goals going up the mountain just like everyone else. Even though, they've seen it all, done it all, they're still going up to like get after it, get their tricks going. Blaze will have, video parts he wants filmed, tricks he wants to get down. Same with Shannon. She was in the half pipe when I was riding with her, and she was trying to put together a half pipe line, and got to film her a few times, which was really fun. Yeah, they're just both very fun people, nice to talk to. They have lots to say, lots of stories, and yeah, just really friendly people. So, Jen, have you had a chance to ride with either of them or both of them? And do you have any stories from High Cascade of like meeting nice people or riding with pros? Yeah, what are your stories, Jen? Bailey Cole Ledford says, and lastly, just wanted to add that I've been watching your channel for at least a decade now. Wow. Always love the simple, straight to the point vids and good tips. Much love, man. Oh, that's very cool. A decade. Awesome. Thank you so much for watching for a decade. That means a lot. Yeah, we'll keep the straightforward, simple videos coming. Angel says, yep, that's me, LOL. It's been low tide here, but I have 10 days so far working boxes, tubes, and carving. Nice. Lots of good goals right there. Day Job Shredder. Victor De La Rue got me to improve so that I can free ride more and do more bigger mountain stuff. Nice. Yeah, that guy is legendary. He has some really good YouTube videos as well, kind of breaking down kind of some riding tutorials, gear tutorials. Very informative on those big mountains over there in Europe. On POW days after a storm, I see old Civics in the parking lot with no chains. Are snow tires enough on a front wheel drive to get me up after like 6 inches of fresh? Winter tires are pretty huge. Yeah, they do wonders. I feel like winter tires really do wonders. So, wintertime, if you're in snow, if you have a front wheel drive car, I think winter tires are a must. Yeah, 100%. Just get those winter tires and you will be cruising. So yeah, a few years ago in Whistler, I had a front wheel drive car. This is like probably 10 years ago. And I remember before winter tires, I struggled a few times just going up mellow hills. And then once I got my winter tires put on my car, I was like cruising around, no problem. Mujaba 540. I'm from India, so my first snowboard will be my last snowboard. Nice. One and done. One and done. You got it, man. Chris Schnebel, dope. Mine's Arthur Longo. Nicholas Mueller, thanks for the answer. Hope to see you on the mountain. Shred on. Yeah, those guys are awesome too. Yeah, I mean, Arthur Longo's kind of side hit Euphoria videos were really fun to watch. And just the videos he's putting out. I know he filmed a lot in Whitewater in BC there. So that was it's fun to see some of those videos. Some of his Japan videos, he's just always sending it big off of like natural hits. And then Nicholas Mueller as well. I used to watch him in the videos back in the day. He's kind of gone rogue the last like 5 or 6 years. I don't know if he quit social media or maybe got banned or canceled. I don't know, but he's kind of a wild man. But yeah, his riding is legendary. Bad Riders, that gives me a topic for a members chat, which I won't be able to partake in. Has the top tier in this sport lost its relevance? I feel like it's just changing. It's always changing. I think social media has kind of changed everything in terms of like, yeah, who's recognized in snowboarding. It's just tough because snowboarding isn't really a spectator sport. Like you don't go to like an arena really to watch snowboarding. Going to a snowboard event, maybe there's like a couple a year, but it's not like any other sport where like, you know, thousands of people go to watch basketball or football or things like that. Ice hockey, you know, you feel like fill arenas. Where snowboarding is much more niche. There's like the Olympics every 4 years, which people watch. So that is really like the pinnacle of snowboarding now is just the Olympics. People watch the Olympics every 4 years, and then whoever comes in, say like the top couple spots is who gets recognized. Then there's like X Games too, which, you know, you watch the X Games once a year, and you got like a few events and the knuckle huck and stuff. But yeah, with social media now, it's like if you're putting out content, then people are gonna watch the videos. And so like for myself, I just like started in 2011. Always just enjoyed putting out videos, putting out content to help people get into snowboarding. And so a lot of people will know me from social media, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and all that, Facebook. So yeah, I mean, a lot of people will know Snowboard Pro Camp more than they would some like incredible high-level pro, just because that pro is only recognized once a year or every 4 years. So yeah, it's kind of just changed where the attention is. Where back in the day, it was like one video part a year, and whoever was in that video part became like a famous snowboarder. But yeah, it's always changing. It's always, you gotta kind of adapt with the times. And I think more like kind of like really high level pros are getting into the social media side of it. But then how you do that too is tricky because nobody only wants to watch like big airs and like crazy spins constantly. You kind of have to add your personality into it too, which isn't always easy. So yeah, the relevance is still there, but it's changing. and everyone can have their own kind of like legend that they look up to. I feel like what is considered like, say, like a snowboard legend now is really different depending on who you're asking. If you're asking like the 1% of like core snowboarders or the 0.1% of core snowboarders, they have their own niche of snowboarders they think they watch and look up to. And if you ask like, say somebody from around Colorado, they're probably going to say somebody like, say, TJ from Board Archive or Jonathan Buckhouse, one of those guys. If you ask somebody, from around, where else? Maybe like a East Coast rider, they might have like a local legend at their mountain that's posting on social media. Ryan Purvis maybe from the Midwest. So everyone's kind of got their own niche audiences, followings. So it's different. It's different now. Hope that makes sense. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. What do you guys think about all that? Jen Shreds, missed you at Hood this year. Good to see you're doing well. Awesome. Thanks, Jen. Yeah, all good. Hope your riding's coming along good too. Jen says, rode with Shannon, and she gave tips on riding half pipe. Oh, very cool. Jen, are you still teaching this year? I think I saw somewhere on your social media that you're riding at a place called Brighton Mountain, but a different Brighton. I think that's East Coast Brighton. But yeah, are you still teaching? Arad G9076, best night riding on the West Coast. That's an interesting thing because there's not a ton of night snowboarding on the West Coast. For myself, when I was a kid, like I only went night skiing, and that was like, I grew up on the East Coast. Night skiing was like after school is when I learned to snowboard at night after school on like every Tuesday, the school would, like a bus would just drive us all to the resort, and that's how I got into snowboarding. My parents weren't into like skiing or snowboarding, so it was just through school, and it was always at night. But I feel like now on the West Coast, there's like there is night skiing, but I can't even think of one place that has it, to be honest. I think like Snow Bowl in Oregon, the place near Mount Hood, I think that place has night riding. I'm sure there's a few around, but yeah, it's much more rare. Bad Riders used to see streams for X Games, regional events, and so on, but that has died off. Even the YouTube scene seems to have died off as people come and go. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, the YouTube scene is tough. It's a grind. It's a grind. I hope you don't think I've died off, Adam. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. But it's tricky. There's kind of a flow to it. So let's keep the YouTube scene going strong. We'd like to collab with more of the YouTubers too. So we need to bring back some collabs. I feel like that has kind of like died off a bit, is the collaborations. Chris, I'm stoked they came out with Knuckle Huck. Got me onto watching and following Zeb Powell. But T Rice is the GOAT, honestly. Also, have the click-in bindings gave you any problems? I've been skeptical. No problems. The new clues, step in, works every time. Very smooth, very easy. Awesome bindings. Link in the description for everyone. Sponsor the channel, Clue Bindings, and also Outdoor Master Goggles. Check those guys out in the description, along with the rest of my gear. Zeb Powell too, legend. The Knuckle Huck has been great, and T Rice and those the Red Bull movies of the kind of like the late 2000s, early 2010s era were pretty unbelievable as well. Jen Shreds, Mount Brighton's still teaching. Very cool. Awesome, Jen. Bad riders, night riding is a rite of passage. It is for sure. Oh, Keystone, Colorado does night riding. Oh wow. But they probably have just like one run open. I'm guessing. It's very limited on the West Coast. I feel like that because there's more like ways to go off the runs on the West Coast, they kind of want to keep people. They have less open at least for the night riding. Angel, I probably won't try the phase bindings because I'm sponsored by Clue, but yeah, I know that at the moment a lot of people love those. So, but yeah, we'll be on the Clue bindings, riding those every day. Bad riders, Kevy, you will need to spend a season here in Australia when I get my pad at one of the Victorian resorts. One season blocked out for Kev to finally hit the snow down under. Awesome, man. If you get a pad down under and I'm invited, I'll be there, Adam. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, maybe next summer we'll have to return to Oz. But yeah, thank you, man. All right, this has been a great chat. $100 in super chat, which is huge. And yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. Anything I've missed? So yeah, I just want to say thank you guys all for checking out the videos. I feel like the comments on the channel this year have been the best ever. Best ever questions. Even like when I'm answering questions, just like not in the live chat, but just on the videos, there's just been tons and tons of quality questions. So thank you guys for all the questions and keep them coming. If you guys have any, one sec, just got to block this person. How do I, let's see if I can. But yeah, thank you guys all for being in the chat, for hanging out. Appreciate everyone. And yeah, also if you guys have any video requests, hit me up too in the comments. All right. Cool. But yeah, thank you guys all for hanging out. I'll probably leave it there. Oh yeah, Demetrius, thank you, man, for teaching us how to board. I've been watching your channel for years now, and I just want to say, keep the amazing work. Awesome, yeah. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. But yeah, thank you guys all for hanging out. We'll be on here again next week. More live chats to come, more videos. Yeah, and yeah, keep it coming. Let's have a great season, everyone. And I will talk to you guys on here soon. Yeah. If you can do that up, Adam, that'd be awesome. Yeah, might as well do that. Go for it, man. And also give this live chat a like, and we'll talk to you guys soon. All right. Bye, everyone.